Dun 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 dun.
Daddy's in the building. Hello, hello, and welcome yet again to another week of Cod Daddy fun. Joining me, as always, on the sticks, he is that bad dad of Cod. You might know him as Muscle V, but we know him as Dixie.
What's up?
And joining him as well, our producer and head of sales. He is the scariest Jew in Jewville. He is Boo Radley.
The boo you know.
And of course, joining us as always, our executive producer. He is the man that shirts have forgotten. He is the Pants Man.
How do you do?
You can feel free to ask me anything, for I am Jeeves. And we are here to kick off another wonderful week. I don't have any notes from last week, none whatsoever. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Good.
Fantastic.
Great. Okay. Well, why don't you remind us what happened last week, Dixie?
Last time on Cod Daddies, the only fan has spoken and told the heroes they need to prepare for the show. With World War III on the horizon, the heroes geared up and went to war. The first mission was to figure out if a gift is considered free. The mission was a failure as both sides tied. The only way to resolve a tie, the evil nemesis, Shiny Shorts, of course. With the first mission out of the way, our heroes battled for freedom as they tried to determine the best non-alcoholic drink. With the war heavily underway, the heroes continued on to kill Battle 7, with the scores of 8 for Muscle V and 4 for Jeeves, and Switchback still was 0.
So bad.
Very bad. We did have some progression with the snipers. Jeeves did get one more sniper kill, so it's now 26 for Jeeves and 22 for Muscle V, and 1 for Switchback.
Yeah.
Is World War III really about to happen? Will Switchback ever get 1 kill? Stay tuned to find out.
My game crashed, by the way. Great job,
God.
Muscle V. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Thank you for. Did you do that in DBV voice?
Oh my god.
Oh God. Yeah. We're not currently in World War III. For those of you that go back and listen to the show, but as mentioned, check out episode 9, our Freedom episode. It was pretty good. This one, little less structured. As we haven't entered in World War yet. Hopefully, we continue not to. Ukraine's still hanging on though. Hasn't lost a major city. Okay. Anyway,
I just have to interject real quick. I really misread the situation and I exchanged all of my dollars for Russian currency. So I'm not sure what to do about that at this point.
Well, honestly, a nice cash injection for them. They're probably thrilled.
Did you get a good conversion rate? I hear it's pretty good right now.
Well, I paid. I mean, it was
imagine
on
what
the
it would
verge.
be.
I paid a pretty steep fee. I thought a 25% fee just to get the money would be fair. So I'm really. I mean, I was already in the
yeah.
shit.
So you owe people money.
Bad people. Really
Okay.
bad people.
Well, there might just be a world war. Then you don't have to worry about it. But hopefully not. And hopefully you just get your knees busted or whatever.
At the minimum.
So let's move on to producer awards. What do you have for us, Boo?
So for these awards, I looked up Call of Duty slang terms.
Okay.
And Muscle V is winning the Donut Award, which apparently means finishing a map without getting a kill, usually pointed out by the teammates. So congratulations.
That fits
You know
both
what?
in real life and in the game.
At least I finished the map. Like that's rare in itself.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This is gonna be funny. Jeeves wins the Beam Award, which is when a weapon with high accuracy and significant damage is used by a player.
Oh. Is it used to success or is it
It's
just
just-
used?
It's just used.
Just use.
We've seen you.
Yes,
We've seen you play, Jeeves. We've seen it. We've seen how it's used.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It might not be fitting.
I found all this from Call of Duty key terms and phrases often said by players on streams.
Well, I feel honored. This is my first award, I believe.
Yeah.
Big time
Congrats.
win. Thank you, Bill. The
Yeah.
Beam Award for if you use a gun that's good. Great. All right, Pants Man, what do you got for us?
Got some really good news for Mr. Jeeves because he's a double winner today.
Oh my
Jeeves is getting
goodness!
the Philip Seymour Hoffman and Meryl Streep Award.
Whoa.
These two Hollywood icons starred in the 2008 film Doubt about the 1970s nun fighting a child molesting priest. A truly dark subject. Jeeves is the winner of this award for his continued and persistent doubting of our ability to put on a good show. Congratulations, Jeeves!
Oh, what a true honor. This is a big day for me. Honestly, I really appreciate it.
Don't let it go to your head.
It has gone immediately to my head. As a 2-time award winner, I couldn't be more happy. Should I give a speech? Should I give like a 10-minute speech? Fill some time?
Let's keep it down to like 9 minutes at max.
Okay. We haven't figured out how to do music yet, though, so how are you going to tell me when it's over?
Oh, I will hum you off.
All right, well, obviously, I want to thank God. Oh, okay. Yeah, that did sound sexual. All right. Let's switch gears. What do you got for us in listener mail?
Listener mail. Let's go to the mailbag. So once again, as you all know, we have a wonderful, wonderful P.O. box. The P.O. box is where you can send any message, any question, any thing that you want us to have and maybe get it on the show. So you can hear we've got, I don't know if you can hear it, the weight of it's real heavy today. Lots of stuff coming through the mail. A lot of stuff is questionable, but I'm still sifting through most of it. But I did get this one really heavy magazine.
Oh, yeah.
We received a Vanity Fair, the Hollywood issue. This was meant for one of our neighbors. This was not meant for us. It was misdelivered, but it came to us, so it's ours.
Nice.
And I have been going through it, and a lot of exciting stuff for us in here. For instance, ads. Tons of ads. I'd say 80% of this thing is just full-page ads of pictures of pretty people selling perfume and clothing. Interestingly, as I have been scouring this thing, looking for a question for us to answer, none to be found. There are no questions in this entire goddamn magazine.
Yeah, it doesn't really
even
make
though
it
it's
think, does
mostly
it?
ads, which as we've established, most ads begin with a question. So,
Not the good people at Vanity Fair. They know what they want.
now you may be surprised to learn that magazines are still printed on glossy paper and sent to people using mail. I am
Doesn't sound
even
right.
more surprised to learn that they still have little cardboard pieces of paper annoyingly stuffed inside the middle of the thing, basically encouraging you to subscribe, which makes no sense because if I have it, I've subscribed. And there's like 4 of them in this thing.
Well,
Who is that
in
for?
this case, it's you because you accidentally got the mail.
I mean, maybe they intentionally misdelivered them.
It
also
that'd
has-
be interesting.
It
What a
also
scandal.
has pull-outs. Like, you remember where it's like it's a single page, but then it folds out into like a 4-page tall thing?
No, I'm
And
not
it's
100. I don't know
bad.
what you're talking about.
You know how like in the 1950s they'd be like, oh, it's a pinup girl, and they'd like unfurl it and it's like a full-body naked woman?
Yeah, back when that was how they delivered porn. Yeah,
Yeah, now they're using it to sell Gucci. So
Oh.
I can't imagine that's bringing in much sales bucks.
anyway,
could be
thank
wrong. Could be
you,
wrong.
Vanity Fair, for supporting us this week in the mailbag.
Do we have to thank them for accidentally? Okay, I don't think we have to thank them for that. You
I'm
sent
going
it
to
to
thank
the
them
wrong
for
place.
giving me
anything, you-
something to talk about without having to write very much.
If you thank the mailman maybe for misdelivering it, you can't thank Vanity Fair. They didn't try.
Look, somebody in this world is still printing magazines on glossy paper. I think that's worth commending.
raises a major red flag to whoever is getting a Vanity Fair delivered to their mailbox on purpose. Really problematic situation.
I would like to. I'm going to interrupt real quick.
Okay. You
Because
could
I
just
can.
talk. Yeah,
And
sure.
even though this is technically a twitchy question, and that's at the end, I'm going to interrupt real quick because Mankind 67 wants to ask Jeeves why he's not at WWE Raw tonight. Since it's in Columbus.
Okay, well, no one knows that I'm in Columbus, so let's start there.
Never said what state. Never said what state.
Oh my
Well,
god.
Never did I say I was in Columbus of any state. So there's that. And at no point have I explained that I'm really a big wrestling fan. In fact, I think on Canon, I think an episode you weren't part of, I said the current product is horrible.
First off, whoa, I'm argue with you. It's 2022. Everyone's a wrestling fan. Wrestling has not been this popular ever.
That's true. And there was an episode. Again, I don't think you were around, but I did talk about my wrestling knowledge expertise. And again, I mentioned that no one on earth would watch the current product.
Oh, it's great.
So,
Riddle was just wrestling.
So what was that guy? What was that guy's name? Big Kane Taker? What the fuck was it?
Mankind 67.
Oh, Mankind 67. How about you go back and watch the rest of the show so you'll know my exact thoughts on wrestling? Thank you. That's why I'm not at the show.
I have a question. I want to make sure it wasn't just me. Did Ryan did so well? Did
oh my god! Just give him my social.
Did Jeeves cut out for a second?
No.
No. Okay, Jeeves cut out for a second for me.
Yeah, you should take a 5-minute break here.
I just wanted to Jeeves cut out for a second. I wanted to make sure it wasn't.
You just jumped in, you jumped a segment 18 points ahead of its current spot just to give away all of my personal information. Thank you, Bill.
For those of you listening at home, it was not 18. We don't have that many segments.
That's the part he complains about. That's the part he disagrees about.
You can at least understand what I'm
saying, but I didn't hop the fence that much.
Oh, thank you, Boo, for interrupting a segment with a question that very clearly could have waited. It was definitely not time sensitive for that question.
Well, the product ends at 11:05. What if we weren't done by that? Would have been timely.
Well, then, oh no, we could have got to it later. That's a question that could wait till next show. Hey, can you stay alive?
Yeah, you're nowhere near me.
That's not the question.
I got killed though.
See?
God damn it. You gotta believe. Okay, well, thank you, Boo, for interrupting the segment. Back to you, Pants Man, because I believe you have a I don't know, introduction? Is that right?
I've got an introduction, yeah. If you're on our Twitch stream or visiting it, you will see that we've got a new mascot. So we have replaced our old mascot, which was slapped together at the last minute, with a new one. Her name is Tiffany. She is a cod with a mustache. That is what she is. And I want to just give her a little introduction. So without further ado, I will introduce Tiffany. She is a beautiful seafoam green fish who hails from the northern Atlantic. She was raised in one of the largest schools in the ocean. When she came of age in 1983, she decided to move to New York and pursue her career in finance. After being convicted of insider trading in 1987, she spent the next 2 months in federal prison. When she realized that she could just escape through the toilet sewer system, she leapt into action and escaped back to the ocean, where she laid low while the heat died down. Then, in 2014, she became the first non-human mayor of a very small village of Richville, North Carolina. Oh. Most of the town's 37 voters thought she was a local stripper, but she was not. More recently, she has published her memoirs in an ebook, From Krill to Queen, the Tiffany James Olmos story. She recently came on hard times due to a crippling shopping addiction that she continues to feed. As such, she has taken a job with us as our new mascot. Welcome, Tiffany!
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Tiffany. I think you probably joined against your will, but welcome to the show anyway. I have minor criticism for you, Pansman, because you chose this, right? It wasn't a consensus thing. Is that fair?
Yeah. No, this is all me.
Yeah, I just if I was going with a mascot for Cod Daddies, I'm not sure I would have went with a female. Only criticism.
I will deflect that criticism only to say that Tiffany was technically chosen by my boyfriend. So,
Okay, but she's not like one of those female fish that could be a dad.
I think you're thinking of frogs in the Jurassic Park movies, and those were dads that could become women or whatever.
It's always the other way. Shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, yeah, criticism's still on. You could tell your boyfriend that.
You know what? I know we're gonna get tons of listener mail about this in the PO box, so I'm just gonna get ahead of it. I was wrong. I'm pretty sure they were females that turned into males or whatever in Jurassic Park. So
thank you. They
were based on frogs.
Thank you for at least immediately fixing your own statement.
Yeah, we're still gonna get lots of mail about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, they get the soundbite and it's over.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I just got my face torn off. Okay, what a terrible start for the night. Boo, why don't you hit us with an ad spot before we jump into our next segment?
I thought I was on a 5-minute timeout.
You are. You can still do the ad read. You can still bring in money head of sales.
Oh, okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
I wasn't asking you. I was asking my business partners. You ready? Okay.
Oh God.
Are you having a meeting off mic there, Bradley?
Bees. Woo. Apples. What are you all thinking of? Honey.
No, honest
You
to
can
God.
find honey anywhere. Go to the store. Go to a tree. Find honey. Use honey. You can use it on apples, on bread, on your body, anywhere you would like. Honey is for you. Go buy honey, you honey.
That's great. You know, it's funny. I almost did a ad read for honey as well. Good. I guess we got the same write up.
Now, are bees your business partners?
No. We are about
Winnie the Pooh is clearly.
No, we're about 4 weeks away from honey season, so
Get ahead of it. So
yeah.
Wait, you're saying that we're 4 weeks too early on that ad read?
Yeah, well, it's a good time to invest.
What do you mean invest? I thought the idea was to go buy honey.
Well, yeah, but you also can invest in bees.
I don't recall that being part of the ad read. Are you just?
Well,
is that from them?
First off, I said bees during my random rant of things related to honey.
Yeah, you did. But you didn't say invest in them.
I thought I was going to get more of a reaction when I said sticky.
You did draw a lot of imagery there, but then you said, "What are you thinking?" And I was like, "I have no idea what I'm."
At least I didn't start the ad with "Are you?" with a question like we do every other ad.
Yeah, so I'm not sure who to send that back to. I don't know who gave you the ad spot, but tell them, a little confusing messagery. Thank you for the money, though.
TBP gave it to me.
What the heck's a TBP?
The business partners.
Is that a thing? Are you saying a thing?
Yeah, the business partners.
Did I know what that is?
Is that like the powers that be?
Oh, I see.
You'll find out April 13th. Our
mysterious business partners. Got it. I get why they're not giving their full names and stuff, because you'll just abuse that. Yep. Fair enough, though. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you, TBP. We can't wait to find out more about you. What'd you say? April 13th?
April 13th. Wednesday, April 13th.
Isn't that like tax week or whatever?
No, that's 2 days before tax day. Wednesday, April 13th show. That's when you'll find out who TBP is.
Oh my God, can't wait for the TBP reveal. A weird amount ahead of time on that, but oh man, what a tease.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Bill.
That's only if I don't get us canceled beforehand.
Oh, you'll definitely get us canceled, but hey, that's okay. All right, back to the show. And to the battlefield, which I think is fitting, because I don't know if you guys have seen, but apparently Ukraine's still holding out, right? everywhere you look is this guy. What's his name? Like Zelensky, who I've
Zelensky.
never heard
Yeah.
of till now. Now I can't
Yep.
go anywhere without seeing his face.
First
gives me
off,
a- Yeah.
he is a fellow Jew of Boo the Jew.
All right, great.
I also heard
Um,
they've already tapped him to be on next year's Dancing with the Stars.
He's a former stand-up comedian, so yes.
Yeah, have you guys learned a weird amount about him in the last 3 days as well?
Yeah, every
So much
female
about it.
is so in love with him.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. He gives me a lot of hope, right? He's a very average-looking guy who's apparently the face of the world right now. So, pretty exciting. It literally could happen to any of us, it turns out.
I think all you gotta do
Is
is put on a uniform and hold a gun, and I think you're golden.
I think you two, you'd fold under the pressure. You would not. It couldn't happen to anybody.
Here's another fun fact about him, although I probably should have called it a fun fact. But his dad watched his brothers and father get killed in the Holocaust, and he somehow survived.
Why did you say fun fact?
Yeah, maybe I should have started with fun fact. I hear myself now.
Yeah, absolutely not. Okay. I didn't need
That's
to know that at all. Anyway, this isn't a segment about him. So let's move on from that. This is a segment about us. So, obviously seeing his face everywhere has made me think like, well, clearly he's got some great leadership qualities. I think regardless of where you stand, you probably wouldn't mind him, leading something for you. So it made me think, what is our best leadership qualities? So I was wondering what you guys thought your own best leadership quality was.
I know. So I want to interject real quick to say I get that the premise of this bit is that we're going to discuss leadership qualities in ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the much better bit that would have been more fun is just imagining the most mundane and stupid, pointless things for him to lead instead.
Oh, I also want to
Just
point
out there.
out.
You're allowed to suggest that beforehand. So I
I
absolutely
didn't
would have
think
done
of
that.
it until you
segment.
just said all this.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, sounds good.
We might have to do that tomorrow, assuming Ukraine hasn't folded. All right, what were you going to say, Boo? Before we get to it.
I was just going to say it ended up being an amazing segue. So you complained that we talked about it, but it was a great segue.
Sure, until you brought up the Holocaust.
Well, that's true.
All right. So anyway, I definitely wanted to start with Muscle V on this one. I cannot wait to hear what you think your best leadership quality is.
So obviously, there's a lot. Kind of hard
Yes,
to
I
pick
figured
one.
it probably took you all day to figure out.
Didn't prepare for this one. I would say
Go off the rip.
I would say
Hopefully thinking on your feet is one of them.
my ability to problem solve.
No.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
That's your best leadership quality?
Yeah, because I can problem solve. If people come to me with issues, I can get them resolved quickly,
Okay.
timely, accurately.
We understand what problem solving is.
I'm pretty sure what you mean to say is that you have a desk near the printer and you know how to fix the printer when it's broken. Is that what you mean by problem solve?
I do have
Printer
a
problem?
home office with a desk near a printer.
Yeah, that's right. He's all remote, 100% since he moved into the
Why
big
do you
leagues.
Printer in your house.
And why do so many
Sometimes-
people come to you with printing problems?
Sometimes you need a printer in your house.
Yeah,
I distinctly remember being in college with you, and you not only didn't have a printer, you were proud not to have a printer. You didn't feel like you needed a printer. You could get printing done anywhere else.
Yeah, but now I'm a lot older than that.
AKA the place where we used to work at, which we won't say because I already messed up enough names and things.
Do you picked up?
Yeah, I do. All right. Well, I want to hear. So pick a time in college when you helped us problem solve something, since you're so good at it.
I thought we were talking about leadership skills here, leadership.
Yeah. We hung out for 4 years.
Why is it
You
be a
can pick
college
one time where you're
situation?
a leader. What? You don't have a single example of your best leadership skill for our entire time in college together.
I had to think about it. I didn't prepare for that question.
All right. Let's zoom ahead. Presumably, your skills have only sharpened. Give us your least boring example of
Give
in
me
the
a work
last few
example.
years problem solving.
My least boring example.
Guys, if I start to snore or play you off, then
Yeah, this
God,
isn't
play
an
you off
interview
really
question.
sounds dirty.
It really does. Why don't you hum them off?
Well, so in my last position that I was in, my manager.
No work story. No work story.
Why
Too
can't
boring.
Why can't it be a work story?
Will it be boring?
You know what? Why don't you guys go? You guys seem to have it figured out. How about you guys go?
Okay, that's fine. Pantsman, what's your best leadership quality?
I thought long and hard about this. I over prepared because
Perfect.
I'm an over preparer, and I'm also a bit of a control freak. So my great leadership quality is being a micromanager.
Perfect.
So I figure, I know how I want it done. It works for me. Therefore, it's the best way to do it. And so I will just, make sure that it's done exactly the way I want it done, point by point.
By just doing it yourself, or what's going on?
Yeah, so I've met you, so no need to ask for an example. If you have one you'd like to share, feel free. But we trust you there.
So
you've nailed it.
There's the old me, there's the college me who was a genuinely terrible leader in that I would just do it myself. I couldn't delegate. I would just do it myself and get really stressed. I would say more modern me is better at delegating in that I write down word for word, step by step, exactly what I want you to fucking do, and then just goddamn do it. Just do it. I wrote it down. It's not that hard. Just do it the way I said to do it. Stop fucking it up. Just do it.
So real quick, I need to interject. I just was fighting a guy, and instead of shooting at him, I ran directly towards him until he cut me in half. It was a very bad strategy. I actually never saw him. Okay. Thank you, Pantsman. How about you?
I just want to conclude by saying it will surprise very few of our listeners to learn that I am not in management.
Yeah, I mean, soon with those kind of skills. I don't know how you haven't been picked up already. Well, work on it. Your company, who I won't name, that Boo probably will when he talks. Okay, Boo, what do you got for it? You're in a bit of a leadership position of any of us. What's your best skill?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think the scariest thing is I think I supervise the most amount of people on this call than everyone else. And
I don't think none of us supervise anyone except you.
Yeah, I supervise too many people, and I've done activities. I've done activities like this, so I actually have like a legit answer.
Okay. Well, I don't want to hear that. So what's your actual best?
No, it is a legit answer, but any listener on this call will agree that this is clearly me, and it's my ability to be my authentic self and allow others to be their authentic self around me, and show people that you can be your authentic self and be proud of that. I think a prime example. I'm getting really serious now. I think a prime example is that, like, with me, what you see is what you get. I'm not especially at work or anywhere in life. I'm never trying to be a character except in 5 minutes. Make sure to tune in. But I'm always just who I am, and I think that it allows me to connect with people and do my job and show like how to be good at your job with just being yourself.
You're not being yourself right now.
Yeah.
No.
You clearly put on a different tone and have talked like I've never heard you talk except for when you're at work.
Can you say authentic again?
Yeah.
I don't think we heard that word enough.
Yeah, if you say it enough times, it's definitely true, right?
There's like 5 words I always say at work that like people legitimately make fun of me for: authentic, amazing, 100%, okay, great, and I don't care.
Yeah,
I've heard all of those from you a lot.
I don't know. I don't think he said. I think of all the ones you wouldn't say. I don't think you say authentic outside of a work setting.
No, it's definitely within the last 2 years. I say authentic all the time.
Oh, well, why the recent change?
Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like from my memory, when you say "okay, great," I think you mean it genuinely. Like, okay, great, like that's fine. Yeah. Like we can move on now. Yes. But I feel like it always sounds like you're being completely dismissive.
You definitely sometimes use it dismissively as well.
Yes. So actually, me and
Okay, great.
me and Jeeves have talked about this a bunch. That like the only thing that's actually the thing that I need to work on is that like people. I'm a hard person to read,
The
so
only
people
thing.
don't. So that's the only problem
Your
with me.
single thing.
Is that so people don't always know how I'm going to react to things or how I mean my reactions. So sometimes
That's
I'm
true.
like, yeah, sometimes I do say okay, great, and I genuinely mean it to Pants Man's point, and sometimes I don't. It's really hard.
Oh, we lost you there.
Yeah, we lost you, but it's probably good. You had a full head of steam talking about how authentic you are.
Yeah.
Just
No,
while he was talking, I've been writing a very long-winded email describing for him what I think he should be doing instead.
I mean, he only has one thing to work on. Let him work on it. All right?
And by the way, I
one,
did it.
one thing to work on is the most insane thing you've ever said. And you've said a lot of crazy ass things.
I would like to point out, like 20 seconds ago, when you guys couldn't hear me, it's not because it's not because you couldn't hear me. I just stopped talking in the middle of a sentence.
Oh,
Um,
you just
Great.
fell. Oh, that's called
Great.
narcolepsy. You should get that
Yeah.
medically looked at.
yeah, I don't want you guys to think it was a technical issue. It was a boo issue. It was a issue.
You were like mid crescendo of the sentence. You don't just cut out there. Maybe that should be your second thing to work on. Just an idea.
Maybe that's his greatest like work skill in the era of Zoom is just freezing and pretending like you're frozen so you don't have to keep talking.
I mean, it probably is a pretty useful one nowadays. I'm gonna have to try it tomorrow. Okay. Well, as for me, as you guys know, because we've been hanging out way too long, my best skill is that I am the source of truth and the light of the world. So
Okay, but
pretty
let's
unassailable.
be real.
What?
Actually give an answer.
What do you mean? I'm always right. How is that wrong?
You sound
You're
like
not
There's
the
a whole
source
section
of
that
light.
shows how right I am.
Even
Well,
if I
yeah,
concede that you're right, which you are not, then you're not light about it. You're a dick about it.
people are like, "Oh man, that guy really brightens up the room every time he walks in." What? Who doesn't say that about me all the time?
Do you just live in your own world?
Name one person who has said, "I'm not the light." I'm not the light. Yeah,
No.
go with that.
So I will say, for a very long time, our mutual friends in college, they're more my friends than your friends, admittedly. I won't name them, but I'll just call them India and Ireland.
oh wow,
Yep.
oh wow, oh wow. Okay.
They would say to me about your girlfriend, now wife. They would be like, "Why is she with him?"
What?
They just were like, "I don't get it. He's such a doofus. He's such a moron. He's such a dick." And it took, I mean, they do genuinely like you, but it took a long time for them to be past your frat boy business.
Time out. Does Ireland actually like him?
No, I don't think so.
I
Probably.
don't think she dislikes you. I don't think she's like you're probably an acquaintance at best to her, but
I
she
don't
doesn't
think
act,
Definitely.
like if you were around, she would be happy to hang out with you.
Would she?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
there was
'cause
a
I'm
time where
the
she
source
did,
of truth
she
and
did
light.
not want to.
I'm
There was
not
a period where
100%.
she really did.
I'm not
I mean, that's-
100% convinced Ireland ever was a fan of.
Have you? Okay.
Oh,
To be fair, Pants Man, if you've ever stared into a flashlight, sometimes it's jarring. It takes a while to adjust.
What?
Because I'm,
Is that-
you know, if you ever get like,
because you're such a light.
because I'm such
I
the
thought-
light. Yeah,
Wow.
I thought that was
You
an
couldn't even
insult.
get that joke right.
I got
Yeah,
it right.
I thought it was. I thought it,
you couldn't
I thought
adjust
it
to
was-
such a good joke.
I thought it was an insult on Ireland for being pale. That's what I thought you were getting at.
Why would that?
That would
Why
have
would
been
that
better.
be that?
Yeah,
What?
that would have been better.
How would that? It wouldn't have fit the prompt though.
It would have been funnier than whatever you were trying to say.
I was
Well,
like,
you know what
if
I
you're,
find? When it comes to humor, the thing that's most important is stick to the prompt.
it worked. Have you ever looked into a mag light? You wince.
God, this is your worst. This was your idea. This was your segment. You came up with this, and you couldn't come up with anything better than lying about how nice you are and how smart you are.
I don't understand. First of all, I'm not lying. Let's start there. Second of all the segments are my segments. I picked them all. Third of all, it's true. You can't.
Did that come through for everybody else?
No,
Yeah, good. I'm glad
Because
you
boo.
come through.
that was a Boo Radley move for sure.
Yeah, you just stopped talking.
No, I didn't.
You got a
Stop
robot voice. You got a robot.
Yeah, you had a robot voice.
that. Oh no, we're having some
How
sound
did you
issues
throw
tonight.
your voice to make it sound like a robot so you can get out of answering my hard-hitting question?
I completely answered it. I just said it. I gave a 3-point prompt. Did you guys not hear that?
Nope.
Not at all.
Oh,
It's
that's
okay though.
awkward.
We can keep moving.
Yeah, we probably don't have to go back to them, but we do have to get the sound looked at. Producers, something you can look into in the future.
Well, I mean, you can blame the producers, but let's be clear: the tech guy is Mr. Musclevy.
Yeah, I mean, probably is actually his fault. You are
all-
the producers, so
It's all green on
we'll
my
work
end.
it. I don't know. Are you looking at? Is there a green light? Is that actually a thing, or is that you just saying that as a colloquialism?
No, there's a green light that says we're all good.
Okay, I know you're talking about a green light, and that has nothing to do with this, but it made me think that what we really need is an applause sign.
Yeah, so our audience knows if we did something good. That's
Yeah.
not a bad idea. I really like that. Work on that for next show. But we should move on. So, Boo, if you guys don't know, I don't think you've done it very much so far, is a master impersonator. I do actually. You know what? Now that I think about it, we did talk about it once. But you have,
The way you said that makes it sound like he touches himself.
yeah, you're just an absolute master at impersonating yourself when you're not being so authentic. So I think you have at least 2 voices you've displayed for us throughout us knowing you, about 10 years. You say you've got one we've never heard before. You say it's spot on. So here's a segment I've called Who Dis. You're going to go ahead. Do you want what?
Yeah, just for the audience, the 2 voices you're referring to is Forrest Gump and Barney.
That's correct, yes.
Okay, good.
The fact that you had to ask is insane, but okay.
I was
Fair
very
enough.
nervous. You're like blah blah blah. And I was like, crap. Okay, so that
I
could
wasn't
have
going to
been
list them
ruined
out,
the
but
whole
fair
thing.
enough. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to each take turns asking you questions, and you are going to answer in this character, whoever this is. Now, we know nothing about them. Once we're done, we each get 7 questions. If we have to use a question to guess who you are. Once we figure it out, we are going to just continue to use up our 21 questions because questions ain't free. When you get them, use them.
Do we get like a
Right.
preview of the voice?
You do not get a preview of the voice. We're just going to fire away. I'm going
Okay.
first.
Let's play 21 Pilots.
Great. Great.
Nope.
Well, we're getting
Can we-
sued now for sure.
No, not till we play the intro to the segment. So, Pantsman, can you play the 21 Pilot song we queued up for this?
Yeah, I've never listened to them, so I don't know how to hum one of their songs. So I'm just gonna do this.
21 Pilots time. Perfect. Yeah, there's no way we'll get sued for that whatsoever. We should be fine.
Okay.
That should be zero issue. All right, so I'll kick things off. So, mystery person. How was your date with Madonna?
Oh, God, could I ever go on a date with Madonna? Oh, that would be funny. Like, what's the deal?
Okay. All right, great. Muscle V, you're up next.
So it sounds like this person.
You have to ask a question.
I know.
You should start guessing right now.
I'm just thinking out. I'm thinking out loud.
Okay.
Is this person male or female?
Oh, you know, in today's world, I identify as male.
This is a voice you think is spot on, huh?
Hold on.
No, that's not my question. That's not my question. That's not my question. Hands up.
Now, if you were to engage in a conversation with Forrest Gump, and Barney, how would that go, do you think?
Yeah, so I'd be like sitting in my apartment in New York, and I'd be talking, and then all of a sudden Barney would come on, and he'd be like, "Hi, boys and girls, it's Barney." And then, and then next thing you know, Forrest Gump comes in, and he sound like this, and he just wanted to go running.
All right, it's my turn next. Was Forrest Gump on the Barney program, or did he come into your New York apartment?
Oh yeah, so they came into my New York apartment because I have this crazy neighbor across the hall who's friends with like random people, and that's how he met them.
Oh God, I think I know who it is.
Muscle V, it's to you.
Yeah, I know exactly who it is. Can I have a guess already? Can I use one of my questions as a guess?
Well, that's a question, so I guess you sent that to this mystery person. So,
Yeah. Okay.
mystery person, you have to answer that.
Yeah, guesses are guesses. So if you're gonna guess, you just gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm not sure you've ever heard this person talk before. Okay, Pantsman, where do you?
Well, I just want to know, how much do you love soup?
I love soup, except for the soup Nazi. He does not like me.
Okay, we've each done 2 questions so far. We're heading into round 3.
I love it.
Mystery person, I'm just going to take a stab. I think you were on TV. What was your favorite show to ever be on?
Probably Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a respectable show. All right, Muscle V, where do you?
What would you say your age is?
62.
Pantsman?
What I want to know, sir or madam, is do you think this is a good impression?
I think it's so spot on. You guys got it in 2 rounds.
We have not gotten it. It's actually round 3 now. Or wait, it's round 4, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I wasted my question. Muscle V, you're up.
That was your question?
I on accident. It was like a genie thing. I blew it. I'm gonna say we're on round 4.
Round 4.
And I've started tracking with the rounds.
What was your most favorite thing you've ever done?
Probably, my stand-up career.
Okay, Pantsman?
Do you think that we would have ever gotten this in a million years if you weren't dropping contextual clues that had nothing to do with your impression?
Oh, 100%. It's who I am. This is how I talk. This is what I talk about.
All right, I'm gonna go for it. Mystery person, are you Cosmo Kramer?
No.
Shit. Muscle V, you're up.
Yeah, how was your experience driving the BMW i3?
Oh, whoa, what happened?
Whoa, what was that?
Robot voice.
Try that again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
How was your experience driving in the BMW i3?
It was great. I can drive any car. I love cars.
Pantsman?
All right, this segment is long in the tooth. I think we got to end it. Are you Elaine Bennis?
No.
What?
Okay. This is incredible. You said it was such a good impression, and yet we're in round 5 now. We're actually running out of questions here. But don't worry, I'm pretty sure I know who you are. Are you Hey Arnold?
No.
Shit.
What?
Hey Arnold? He was a child. This is clear child voice.
So
Muscle V.
I know I 100% have the answer to this one. Clearly, the Cookie Monster.
No.
Oh.
Is Sesame Street in New York, and did he live in an apartment?
Possible.
Yeah, I can't rule that out. What was the answer, Mystery Man?
No.
Just
It
no.
sounded a little bit like Cookie Monster there.
Yeah.
All right, Pants. What do you got? Pants Man. Sorry.
All right, you guys are a little off base. You're going for that cartoon children's world. I don't think that's right. I think we should stick with that kind of New York, kind of a sitcom world. Clearly, you're Cheryl Hines.
No.
All right. I don't know how this is still going, but we're in round 6. I'm 100% sure I've got the answer. Are you Alexander Hamilton?
Oh, that's it. That's
got to be it.
No.
What? All right, Muscle V.
You guys are all idiots. It's clearly Larry Fitzgerald.
Oh, does he live in New York?
No. And no.
Oh, that only counts as one.
I've got a question. Have you given up on the impression altogether and are just answering yes and no with your regular voice now?
No, maybe the person who's impersonating this voice just got yelled off by his brother for being too loud, so he's trying to quiet down.
For being too dead on it. Did he yell at Boo, or did he yell at the very clear impersonation and thinking he was over?
Yes.
That was not
your last question.
Oh, fuck. I was just asking for logistics. I meant to not use that. Oh, well. Round 7 has begun with my question. Muscle V, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I think there's a guy over here. Can you tell me? The same building as me?
I'm dead, so it's going to be tough.
Oh.
Was that the question?
I don't think so. I don't think that one was addressed to you.
It could be addressed to you, though. Is there somebody in my building?
Good, great question. Good use of question.
I knew it!
Okay, well, it's down to this. This is the last question we get to ask.
I can't believe we're about to blow 21 questions.
Look, we've been playing around a little bit. We've been dancing around it, but we all know the answer. This is clearly one of the main characters from Seinfeld. This is Jerry Stiller, right? Jerry Stiller?
George's dad?
First off, I really thought you were going to go with Newman there. But no, I am Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh my god.
No, you're not.
You thought this was a spot-on impression.
Spot on.
We're past the 21 questions. You do not have to keep doing that voice.
All right, good. It's back to my normal manly voice.
When did you actually think that you had this down, and why did you think that?
Because I do have it down, and when you listen back, you're going to text me tomorrow and be like, oh my god, Boo, you sound just like that. And also you're going to give me a compliment for getting my own name right.
Good, the latter might be true.
Why didn't you at any point say, what's the deal?
No, he fucked up. He did it backwards with his first answer.
I did.
He ended it with, what's the deal?
I did.
So bad. All right. Then, does anyone have any other questions for Jerry or Boo? I guess.
Obviously.
All right, I'll jump into my ad spot now. Have you found yourself eating mashed potatoes and wish there was just slightly more texture? Have you eaten rice and been like, this is a little too defined? Well, do I have some lumpy goodness for you? It's called risotto. It doesn't really have any taste, so you can try to put some taste on it. Don't worry, it's kind of like sand and we'll absorb it, but we're going to pretend it's fancy food. Risotto. Get some anywhere that you hate yourself and want to spend too much money. Risotto.
You know how I knew that was an ad? Because he asked me lots of questions about myself and who I am.
Yeah, I wanted to engage you.
Yeah.
The ad read did. The good people at TBP sent me that. So, they just wanted to make sure there was proper engagement.
By the way,
Did you just say TMJ?
I think I did.
Good job.
I should just say, the amount of Seinfeld references in this little thing we're doing, this show, Cod Daddies, whatever it's called, you would think that show would have loomed larger in our shared existence. We would have ever watched an episode of that show together, which I don't think we've ever done.
No, I've only seen 3 seasons of it, and only recently too.
Amazing.
Do you guys like Seinfeld? Have you gone back? Have you watched it all?
I grew up watching a lot of the reruns,
Yeah,
and
same.
then I've probably seen every episode growing up, like watching it on reruns every day after school or whatever. I haven't really watched it much, except for very recently when it went on the Netflix. My boyfriend was watching it, and so we watched a couple episodes together, but not a ton.
My best friend growing up, his whole house was into it. I never watched it over there, but they would reference it like all the time. So I heard, like, I got secondhand Seinfeld experience,
Sure.
which was fine. But so like I've understood all the references my whole life and seen like half the clips.
I mean, I have that with a lot of things. Like, I only watched The Godfather a couple years ago, and I understand. Like, most of the movie was like, oh, that I get it. I remember that. Okay, I've heard of that thing.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, that's we've obviously explored a little bit of a good show, but I would like to hear about the brand new show hitting the scenes. What do you got for us? And Boo a show, Boo.
So Bill's show is going to be a little different tonight because, as you all know, my TV show ideas are sometimes a little out of the box or weird or just bad spinoffs of other shows.
You're absolutely coming off a stinker, so I hope you're bringing the heat tonight.
But tonight's a little different. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm actually going to read you a synopsis of a real show, and you're going to judge if I've had better ideas than this show.
I'm honestly just glad you prepared for anything, so this is fine.
So the name of this show is from 2002, and it's called Do Over. Not The Do Over, just Do Over. And it was on, you know it's going to be a classic when you find out it's on WB.
Yeah.
And it starred Penn Badgley. He was 14 at the time.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy from You. I don't even watch You, but the guy from
I
You.
don't know what that is.
Yeah, no clue.
Should I know what that is? Is that a famous
not
thing?
at all. I
Okay.
think so.
Maybe don't reference it then.
Okay, the series begins showing an adult Joe Larson as a single, depressed paper salesman disappointed with how life has turned out. Joe missed a lot of opportunities. His once popular sister is now a drug addict. His idealistic best friend sold out, and his mother ran off and left his father an unhealthy, bitter man. However, a shock from defibrillation panels sends Joe back to 1981 at his 14-year-old self. He wakes up in his teenage body, but with all his adult memories from 2002 intact. He eventually accepts his new reality, although he tells no one except his best friend Pat. Blessed with adult wisdom, though hampered by adolescent urges, Joel sets out to right the wrongs that he knows and with befall him and his family.
I just want to start off by saying you have missed your calling as a cold reader.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not pay attention to anything you just said.
It wasn't great. How long did this show? How many seasons did it get?
One season, 11.
Wait. Let me rephrase the question. How many episodes did it get?
Yeah, right.
Shockingly, 11.
Why do you know about this show?
I literally Googled worst TV shows from the early 2000s to see what would come.
Okay. And did this show up as like one, or was this just your favorite one?
This was the only one I'd never heard of.
Because the other ones
What was
you
the name of
were.
it again?
Do Over.
Okay.
I think it's a weird way to do the flashback thing, but the premise is okay. It's better than what you lobbied at us last week. Last ep, I should say. Yeah. You said 11 episodes? That's got to be about 200% of the plot you could write for that show, right?
Yeah.
Now, just real quick, Boo Radley, how many episodes has one of your shows have gotten?
Shots fired.
Let me look at how many episodes Girl Meets World had.
Yes, once again, we've talked about this before, but Boo did lay out the entire plot of Girl Meets World for us. About 8 years before it showed up, I think. Maybe 6.
Yes, and to answer your question, Muscle B, 72.
Oh wow. You must be
So yeah.
just rolling in cash then.
That's fine.
All my money, all my money from Disney is in Disney stock, so I can't use it till 2029.
It's
I don't know what
actually
that means.
not how that works, but okay.
Yeah, why can't you use it? Are you just waiting for it to mature? What do you mean?
It's an agreement I made with Mickey a couple years ago. Can't.
You probably shouldn't have bought your stocks from a mascot in the park.
It was outside the park.
It's probably worse, to be honest.
Do you have
No,
like a piece
alright.
of paper with like what stock number you have? Like, how'd you purchase these stocks?
I have mouse poop. That's all you need.
Okay.
Oh my god, I have tons of that. I must have tons of Disney stock then. I just shot a guy in the butthole to come back to life. That is a classic way to come back. Okay. Well, thanks, Boo, for whatever that was. Well, we'll see if we do that version again.
Wait, did we answer the core question of whether or not that was worse than anything he had given us?
Yes. No, you
I would
didn't. No, you didn't.
I would absolutely would do the Dan Quayle show over that, and I absolutely would do the Flow show. I don't remember the name of it. I think it was just called Young Flow. Is that right?
Yeah, Young Flo.
Yeah, Young Flo. Yeah.
I would absolutely do those two. And your other show is called what? 2025? 25, I mean. Is that right?
Correct.
Doesn't even make sense because most of the show isn't even in that year.
So-
So I definitely would take this over that show.
My question is, how do you remember the names of these awful shows?
I am fully vested in Young Flo, and I'm fully vested in the Dan Quayle show. 25, he gave us like a mnemonic device to remember it, and I still botched it. So, you know.
I want to
Ah.
see the 11 episodes. Where can I watch them? Where can I stream the episodes?
Probably Netflix, right? It's gotta be.
Maybe does someone have any VHSs around? Maybe you can just stumble
Is it
upon
on
it.
Tubi?
It's probably on Tubi,
Too.
Cubes. Oh, you're like
It could be on
dead.
Crackle. You think it's on Crackle?
Is Crackle still a website?
I think
Excellent.
it's just a
I like
button
Crackle.
on my Roku now.
Yeah, I don't have that button. We have a Sling TV button on our remote. Who the fuck is that for? How is that the fourth most important thing that you need to put
You know
on
what?
the remote?
I have that too, but the thing is, I'm pretty confident that Roku sells the space of the dedicated buttons to different channels because, and I'm sure it's not consistent because my parents have 2 Rokus, I have a Roku, and I've seen all 3 remotes, and no 2 of them have the same buttons.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like, I
Yeah,
think
but
all
how's-
of them have Netflix, but like everything else varies.
How has Sling TV got enough money that they're getting the 4th spot on my remote? I don't know anyone who has Sling TV. Sling TV, if you want to be a sponsor, please. I don't know if your wares are any good or not.
I've got Voodoo on home. What the fuck even is that?
It's Voodoo. Voodoo.
Oh, maybe if
You
I
can
click
also
on
feel
that
free to
one-
send us money. I have no idea what you are. Maybe give
if
us
I
a
click
write up
on
of what you
that
are
one,
too.
it'll just cause a curse, or it'll give me like one of those little dolls.
It's not spelled like actual, right? It's
no,
like with
no,
U's,
it's
right?
It's P-U-T-U.
Yeah, it's like Fubu or whatever, but for spirit guys, I guess. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Oh, I just
For
got
us,
died.
Gaia.
Oh, that's pretty good. You know what? I'd be in if that was their actual slogan. It's got to be like videos for you, direct to you, or some stupid shit, right?
Something.
Okay. Well, hey, yeah. Any of you streaming services we're unaware of? Voodoo, Sling TV, Tubby. What's that sports? What's the sports one that shows up?
ESPN.
ESPN. We would love to know your wares. Please send us an ad copy. We'll be happy to read it. Also, send us money for your service. We'll be happy to use it. I think. I don't know what you guys do, but please get that money to us. All right.
Oh,
So-
also, quick bit of business. I have been in the PO box getting a lot of checks, like paper checks, that are meant for the show from all the different. It's the business partners. Is that what they're called? The business
TVP,
partners.
the business partners.
They've been sending them, so we've been getting lots of checks for all these ad spots we've been reading. But they're all made out to Cod Daddies, which is not an account we have anywhere. Like we can't cash these checks.
Yeah, Pants Man, do you want to give your info so that we can cash it properly?
Not on air.
How do you want us? How are they going to send us the money? Okay, you know what?
I'm
Hit like,
saying-
subscribe,
I'm
maybe
sa-
send it to our
I've got-
Gmail. Do we have a Gmail?
I've got a solution.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to ask the sponsors and the advertisers, please no longer send paper checks. Instead, we want gold doubloons. So if you could just send gold, actual, well, it could be fake, but just gold. As long as it
I
looks
don't think
gold.
doesn't have to be a doubloon. I don't think. If you have doubloons, please send them in. But I mean, we'll take an ingot.
Yeah.
I think we'll take Disney stock too, right? I mean, we're not gonna say no to that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Can you
if
send
wanna
that in the mail?
If you want to send us a
Boo
piece of
Radley
paper
can.
that says we own Disney, we will accept that as payment.
Yeah, and if you buy it from a guy outside the Disney park, that's fine. We'll still take whatever proof you have of purchase.
Very gullible.
Absolutely. Also, we'll just kind of accept anything. If you want to send us a gift, maybe it's some Funko Pop characters of us, potentially. We'd be happy to accept it. Yeah, P.O. Box that stuff, though.
Also, I have one check that's like the comically oversized like show check,
Oh,
but it's like folded up more times than you think you could fold the thing. Like it's ridiculous.
I think banks will still take that. I don't think there's an issue with that.
yeah, as long as it's signed properly. Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Just void on the back.
Oh, well, that probably...
As long as it's on the front, I think that doesn't matter. Just cross it out.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Do you have white out? Maybe just white it out.
There you go.
I've got an entire can of paint.
Just
White paint.
Yeah, spray it.
Maybe triple coat that thing. We'll be okay. We can cash it. I guess, yeah, we'd prefer if you sent regular size checks, but we'll take the big ones. We don't care.
I'm
We'll
gonna
make it work.
emphasize, gold is best.
Yeah,
I prefer
obviously
gold.
gold's best. We here on the COD Daddy show, or Call of Daddy 2, I should know my own show. We prefer to be on the gold standard, even if our country isn't. Okay. Well, as you guys know, I'm very recently a girl dad, and because of this, I now have to get to learn the world of women much better than I currently know it. So I thought I would turn to my 3 male friends who definitely know plenty about women. In today's issue of Mansplain, Muscle V, I go to you, of course.
Of course.
I need you to mansplain the pink tax for me.
The who?
The pink tax, I'm sure you've heard of it. Plight of women, certainly.
Oh, the
What do you got?
thumbtacks. The thumbtacks.
No, the pink tax. No, the
Pink
thumbtacks is older than either of us, certainly. The pink tax, relatively new. What do you got?
Tags. That's a very good topic to discuss.
It's one of your favorite. You bring it up all the time at dinner parties.
It's a big issue in the female community.
We sometimes just call it the community.
It could be, yeah.
Indeed.
I'll give you
what
a
is
hint.
it?
You remember a few years ago when they found out that McDonald's chicken nuggets were
pink.
made out of it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what
So
is
they
it?
started taxing that, right? The pink slime.
So I'm
Muscle
gonna
V,
go
right?
out here with my expert knowledge of the female and the female body.
Okay. Okay, great.
I would say, it's just something that females use that's pink.
What is?
What?
This tax thingy.
You think they used the tax?
Time out. Maybe you should have asked him to mansplain Texas. Maybe that's where we should have started.
Well, yeah. What taxes do you use as a man?
Oh, we don't get taxed.
We do get taxed. We get taxed on everything. What are you talking about? What do you think it is?
I'm gonna say it's the tax on birth control.
Perfect. I mean,
Remarkably close.
yeah, you got
Remarkably-
pretty close. And of course, is actually the fact that women's products are taxed at, or generally they cost a higher amount than male products. Did you believe that?
Wait a minute. What products are you talking about?
So any,
Toothpaste.
basically the idea
Toothpaste.
is, sure, if toothpaste is specifically marketed for women, it will tend to be more expensive than for men. And yeah, anything, especially easy to tell when there's like male to female comparisons. So like razors is one that gets brought up a lot. Certainly, they say it's about 7% higher to buy a woman's specific product, especially if the product's like pink or purple. You know you're getting that tax slapped on.
Well,
Does that
that's
sound right?
interesting because, little known fact, a lot of people complain about weddings for a similar reason. They call it the wedding tax. They say if you're having a party, it's going to be this price, but if the party happens to be a wedding, it costs way more, right? And it turns out that is related to the pink tax. See, most parties are thrown by men. Men are great party throwers.
Excellent
But
party throwers. Well
usually, when you're having a wedding, there's a woman involved. So she brings her pink tax in and she just loads all kinds of extra fees onto everything because she's a woman and makes the whole thing more expensive than it needs to be. Whereas gay weddings, two men, actually historically cheap. They cost very little.
That's why they
Lesbian
can
weddings
spend so much.
through the roof.
That's why the gay weddings always have all this stuff. There's just always so much. Shit, I don't even know what to call it.
Because of tax.
Wow. So what do you think, Muscle V? Do you think that's it's real? You live with a woman now. Do you notice the pink tax affecting you?
I don't really notice it at all, actually.
So you reject the theory. You think that there's, if anything, there's a man tax.
I don't reject the theory. Is it possible? Maybe.
Well, it's well studied.
Well, think about this. If you want to carry things around, a woman has to buy a whole other device, a purse, whereas a man gets free pockets with his pants.
But females can carry more stuff in their purse.
So
yeah,
can a
because
male.
they have to, because they have so much, everything costs more. They have to stockpile things.
They buy in bulk when they can. Yeah.
Oh, the good Costco purchase.
It is actually like pretty crazy though. Like if you look at it, it's not just like stuff. So like if you they did something like they took a girl and a guy to the same laundromat and they washed the same item and the chick got charged more every time. Isn't that fucking crazy?
For washing her clothes?
What?
Now, what kind of a laundromat was this? Because the only one that I've been to is like you put quarters in a machine. It doesn't ask you
Yeah.
your gender.
Yeah, this must be one where you talk to a person, I guess. I don't know. I've been to like one laundromat in my life. Benefits of the Midwest.
I'm not looking to get canceled, but I will say that I've heard. I haven't heard the laundromat version. I don't know if it has to do with the types of like requirements about the clothes that like what the clothes need for the
I know,
washing.
this was the same
Same
item.
item.
Yeah,
That's weird. That is weird.
yeah.
No, I was going to say I've heard that there's. I remember reading online about a similar complaint about haircuts. The idea that a men's haircut is pretty reasonable. Anywhere from $10 to like $40 depending on where you go. I don't know why I said 10. Nobody does a $10 haircut, but
That's not true.
but
Great Clips or whatever. One of the clips does a $10
they
haircut.
still.
No, I think it's like
The point is,
$18 or something.
Pre-inflation, who knows?
a woman's haircut is always going to be like much more expensive, but the argument is that the kind of work that goes into cutting and styling a woman's hair is almost always much more intense than a man's.
Yeah, I don't even
So
know
it's
how to order a woman's
entirely in a
haircut.
case like that.
Yeah, also, they all like get like the shampoo and all that other stuff that men typically don't get.
But okay, I don't. They don't all always get the shampoo
Every
What do
time.
you- Well, all the hundreds of times you've been with women in a haircut place.
Every time it's shampoo and color.
But interestingly, I would be curious to know, like, if a woman was getting a men's style cut, like if she was getting a haircut that is shorter and more like a man, it would be interesting to know if she would still be charged the price of a woman's cut.
The pink tax says otherwise. It says she probably would be charged more anyway.
Yeah.
Change the name of that tax. I don't like that name.
It's not an official tax. You know that, right?
So that's why I'm obviously the mansplaining guy didn't know it.
Very
That's not
literal,
how-
man.
It's got to be official.
That's
for,
not. That's
for
not how
Muscle
it's
B to
billed
know.
on your.
Yeah, it's got to be
I mean,
official.
Okay, it's just the name of the concept.
I don't like it.
I feel like this whole segment fell apart in that the whole point of it is that Muscle V is going to be a real dick man who assumes he knows things that he doesn't, and he just flat out accepted his own ignorance on this one.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
I thought we were still talking about thumbtacks. To be honest,
You did say that a couple times, yeah.
That you're still
All right.
bringing it up is worrying me. You still don't really know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
a
not sure you
clue.
learned anything from this segment. All right.
I'm supposed to be
Well.
educating you guys, not the other way around.
Bill, you did admit that you didn't know what it was out the gate. So pretty
I,
tough, but
I was close.
He also multiple times told you he would need preparation for this, and you shouldn't spring it on him, but you did anyway. So.
yeah, I wanted to see what his best guess was at it because I thought he would know it. That's not true. I didn't think he would know it. I did think he was going to go the first route he went. But yeah. Anyway, thanks. That was enlightening.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh well.
Anytime.
All right. Speaking of a segment I didn't give you any time to prepare for, let's jump right into brand-splaining with Pantsman.
I don't know it, man. I just don't know what you're talking about.
So I asked Muscle V what the pink tax was. I'm going to ask you what the pink brand is. Have you heard of the pink brand, Pantsman?
Oh, I think I have heard of the pink brand. That is that like the Susan G. Komen thing? No.
No, it is not. That's the pink ribbon.
Oh, that's not the same thing?
No. This, of course, is, the Victoria's Secret pink brand.
Oh, that pink brand. Okay. I do. I know this intimately well.
Clearly right on the forefront of your mind. So what is the pink brand?
Sorry.
You all right, buddy?
I'm laughing so hard at the joke. A pun, really?
You can do this. What are the brand execs at Pink?
I think
part-
this was so much fun for me. I feel like we should go out on top. I think we should just stop there because oh my god, I laughed so hard at my own bad pun. Terrible.
Okay.
You didn't even say it out loud.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you realize you didn't say it to us?
I did. I said I know this brand intimately well.
Oh. Right. Okay.
Yeah, it was so bad you didn't even understand it. You didn't get that it was a pun.
Well, you were already having like a breakdown before as you said it, so definitely thought you had no idea what was happening.
Oh, I
done.
don't. Oh, what is this bit? What are we doing? What am I supposed to do here?
You're explaining the pink brand. You're supposed to tell us what is the point, what is the message they're trying to get across, what is the brand they're trying to exude.
Right. Okay. You really had a knack this time for picking bad topics. So
I was very proud of these two topics.
well, they're stumpers. I would say that I'm just going to go in for it. I clearly have no idea, right? Like it's obvious that I don't have a clue. But the whole concept here of brandsplaining is that it doesn't matter if I don't know. I'm going to assume that I know because, you know.
Correct.
Pink brand is all about the color pink. They're saying, hey, girls, we know what you like. You like pink things. pink things are great. So even the things that we sell that aren't the color pink, we're going to put the word pink on it because we know you're dumb and you'll buy it. That's what corporate America thinks of you women.
Was that like a mansplaining session as well?
A little bit.
So you weren't way off. You were way closer than Muscle V was. Is that your
Oh,
final
you
answer?
gave me, you more or less told me it.
Do you have anything you want to add to that? No, it's okay. You're supposed to. It's okay. I didn't really explain that it was. There could be multiple pink brands. Getting told that it's Victoria's Secret is fine, I think.
I would also say that pink things is what my brothers and I used to call the peppermint candies that or maybe they were wintergreen candies that my grandparents always had in the house.
Okay, so you think that they're trying to harken back to grandparent candy?
I think what Victoria's Secret's goal is, more than anything, is to make women and men looking at their products go, I want to think about my grandparents.
Typically, there's money laundering involved. Is that the situation in this this brand?
I'm sorry. Are you suggesting that my only direction to go in brandsplaining is money laundering?
That I was under the impression, yes.
Well, you were correct, sir, because the whole thing's one big money laundering scheme. You know how like when you put your whites in with your darks and you use hot water, you got like a red shirt with a white shirt, you wind up with a pink shirt. Well, that's what they're doing. They're laundering money, but in a way that it's just a little dirty. It's mostly clean, and so it comes out pink.
Is it like you're
saying they laundry money?
Yeah, they're literally laundering the money. I'm not talking about the process of taking illegal money and making it legal. I'm saying they've got a side business where they wash actual money.
I'm not. Is that a definition of launder? To wash? I don't actually know at this point.
Well, you've gone to we talked about it a minute ago, the laundromat or whatever.
Well, yeah, but not in the context. We didn't say anyone laundered there.
Where do you think that word comes from? Why do you think they call it laundering money?
I don't even really know why they call it washing money, to be honest. Doesn't really sound right.
Oh, boy.
Can you mansplain money laundering to me real quick? Mostly the etymology of it.
Okay. Two different, completely separate topics. The first topic is actual laundry. So you've got clothes that get dirty, right? And you want to clean them. And the process of cleaning clothes is called laundering. You launder them.
Okay.
Now, with money, you've got a criminal enterprise. You're a drug dealer. And you are making all this money. You've got all this physical cash, but you can't just start spending it. You can't just go and buy a big fancy car because everybody knows you're unemployed. So the IRS will go, how can you afford all these things you're buying? They're going to investigate you and quickly discover that you're getting it through illegal means, and you're going to go to prison. So you have to find a process by which you can take that dirty cash, that cash that is from illegal dealings, and you need to make it look as if it's genuine. So you say, buy a car washing business, and you invent transactions and pretend like more people are coming to your car wash than really are. So you're reporting all this money that you're taking from your little pile of dirty money and putting into this register as if it's clean money. So you're making that dirty money clean. You are laundering or cleaning the money.
For someone who didn't know anything about how to do this properly, 5 episodes ago, you've really figured it out.
I've been doing a lot of research, and I just keep finding out how much I've screwed up.
Yeah. Why is it called dirty money, though?
Because it's legal. Like, you got it through illegal means, through dirty means.
What do you mean through dirty means? Like I crawled it through the mud?
Like if you are actually offering a car wash and somebody pays you to wash their car, that is a perfectly above board clean transaction. It is perfectly legal. But if you are selling that person drugs, you're not supposed to do that. It would be illegal to do that. And so by selling them drugs, the money you get from that is dirty. It is not clean. It is not above board.
It's had physical dirt on it.
No, it's not physically dirty. It's metaphorically dirty.
Kind of a weird metaphor, though, isn't it? Like, oh yeah, this cash was in the ground. It was dirty. Kind of weird.
So someone with clean cash, can they also launder money?
I only ever have the most crisp bills.
Yeah. What if it was gotten illegally, but then I literally cleaned it? Would that count? Would that be money laundering?
Now we're getting back to the real point, which is Victoria's Secret Pink. Big part of that business is washing literally
cleaning
the money.
The money, okay.
Because remember, if you're doing drug deals, a lot of times those go south. You're going to get blood on that money. It's going to happen. Or you go to the bank and
that makes more sense. It could be blood money. Yes, okay, I'm in now.
Maybe you rob a bank and they've got those like explosive paint dyes or whatever.
Sure.
You're going to want to clean that money up so you start spending it.
Okay, honestly, that was probably pretty close to the mark. However, you crushed it with Pink. Here's the Pink brand. Pink is a lifestyle brand that is focused on celebrating and supporting the power of community, fostering positive mental health amongst young adults, and being kinder to the planet. So pretty much all what you said, pretty much word for word.
Yeah, I said all those things.
Together with our customers, Pink honors diversity, equity, and inclusion, self-confidence, and individuality.
I touched all those points in my answer. You can listen back, rewind, and you'll hear it.
It was literally like hearing it was like a mirror, right? It was like, yeah, you said all of these things except backwards.
Yeah. So you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. That was perfect. Muscle V, work on your knowledge of women in general. That would help for next time we do this, and I still don't give you any prep stubbornly.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Just know more things. That's all I ask.
Got it.
And Pants Man, finish the joke before you start laughing next time. Maybe that will help.
It was uncontrollable.
Not directly related though. I did watch a TikTok video. Have you guys ever checked out the TikToks?
You're the worst.
Well, anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I did watch a stripper literally cleaning the money that she got from a strip club, which was both gross and fascinating.
Was she fully clothed? Like
she wasn't. I mean, she was washing the cash. She wasn't washing herself with the cash. Like it was just she put it into a tub and cleaned it, physically cleaned it.
How do you know she was a stripper?
She said at the start, "I'm a stripper." That's how she introed the
I presume that's the whole reason she's cleaning the money is because she got it stripping.
Yeah, because otherwise, if you see someone with a full bathtub of cash, you'd have questions. Like, why are you doing that?
There was a full bathtub?
It was a full bathtub.
Was that like honestly,
it made me think about stripping for a little.
Now wait a minute, I've got questions.
Like, oh my God.
How big was this? One of those claw tubs? Like, is this a little tub? Like, how big is this tub?
This is a claw tub, but your standard tub.
Okay. Now, was it literally like stacked? Like, was it stacked? Like, was it dense, or was it like they were floating bills in the waters?
Yeah.
What's happened?
Yeah, your mic's pretty bad.
You're a robot.
Oh no!
So robot.
Did that help?
Yeah.
Cool. I unplugged it and died in between. So thank you guys. You caused my death, basically. No, it wasn't full. It wasn't a full tub. There was water. So she had to be able to move it around, of course. I'd say it was maybe. I think she said it was one night of stripping. So I want to say, if she had 4 nights stripping, that tub would be full.
What was the denomination? Like it could be all ones.
How many coins?
So what? If it was? I think there actually was some coins, which seems rude to me. Why does matter if it's all ones. It's still a bathtub full of ones. It's still plenty of ones. Also, it definitely wasn't. I saw 100 in there for sure.
Okay.
Oh, you're not starting a new game, are you?
Oh, I am.
No, we could probably
Okay.
call it for the night. We're
right.
almost out of show. I don't. Collectively, we've killed what, 5 people? You got a bunch of donuts. You got a bunch of donuts to share.
We got donuts on donuts on donuts.
Okay, Boo. Well, he's clearing out of that. Do we have any other Twitchy questions? Even though you asked like an hour ago.
No, that's all for tonight.
Great, perfect. Thank you for staying in order for a very timely update. Yeah.
Really shot his wad early in the show, didn't he?
Well, if it was at a strip club, don't worry, they clean that. All right, let's go ahead and go around the horn and get out of here. What do you say? Muscle V, we go to you.
Yeah, I just want to say shout out to our loyal fans. We have a super fan, Daddy-O. Shout out to him.
Real exciting stuff, yeah.
And all our other super fans. Thank you.
I think we only have one super fan. I think that's fair to say. But I was thinking about this. We do need a name for our collective that it will be our fans. Since we have a super fan,
the daddies.
He can feel free to weigh in, but he's certainly our captain of our fans at the moment, right? Or lieutenant, I guess, probably.
How about the daddies? Just the daddies as our fans.
No.
Okay.
What's wrong with the daddies?
I don't like it.
Well, we'll let Daddy-O think about it if he's got something.
You want to say on the show, hey, I'm just shouting out to all my daddies. Like, no.
To all you daddies out there. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it sounds great.
We're already COD daddies. It's already bad enough. We might as well lean in. But no, Daddy-O, I think you can determine if you want.
We do our first live show and we're just
called?
like, hey, we're calling out for all the daddies to come see us. Like, come on.
Now, are we going to start touring soon?
If we can start getting that stripper money, though.
I've been booking dates.
Well, we'll probably tour at least when COVID's over. I don't think we'll tour early. I thought I told you to stop this.
I did. I just backed out.
Oh, okay. All right. Boo, what do you got before you fall asleep?
Sinbad was a great comedian.
Okay. Clearly woke up to say that. Thanks. Pants Man, what do you got? Nothing? Perfect. All right. Well, I want to thank all of you, as always, for sticking with us through this episode and every other one I'm sure you've listened to. Daddy-O, looking at you. And I want to remind you that sometimes you think you've got a great leadership quality, and then sometimes your friends will shit on you. Have a great night. COD Daddy's out.
I'm blinded.